Hello Dragonlings, today's video is how not to be a goddamn dick. So, for those who don't know me, I am Sky Haggis. I write under the name SD Haggis. I write paranormal romance and fantasy. And yesterday I watched a video. YouTube sometimes randomly suggests videos to me, and this one was from a booktuber who reviews books, and she was talking about an unpleasant experience she had. She read and reviewed a book that she was interested in and then left it a 3-star review, which I'll go back to that later. The author made a not so nice comment, but not only that, there was people who liked the author's books leaving comments on her video, and it got heated to the point where there was death threats involved with the reviewer. First of all, a 3-star review is not a bad review. That means they liked your goddamn book. They liked your book. They didn't love it, but they liked it. There were some problems with it, and I read her review. After watching her video, I read her review, and it was not a bad review. And she talked about exactly what she didn't like about the book. It was very detailed. It was very long. It was much longer than any review I've left for, even for a book I did not finish and did not like at all. And she liked this book. She just didn't love it. So why were people leaving death threat kind of comments? There's no reason for it. There's no excuse for it. I don't give a shit if you're on the internet. You don't get that right to be a dick. You don't get that right to be an asshole. And that's exactly what these people were doing. Second of all, the author got involved. In the communities I'm in as far as online, one of the first rules is you do not, if someone leaves you a bad review, you do not comment back. You don't argue with the reviewer. You don't comment, you don't argue, you don't do anything. You move on, okay? And I realize it's hard. Getting bad reviews sucks. It sucks. But there's a reason why you don't comment. There's a reason why you don't go back and forth. And mostly it's because of what happened to this reviewer. It got ugly, and it got ugly quick. And by quick, I mean within a couple of days after she posted her review. It escalated that quickly. And as an author, you don't comment on someone's review, even if you don't like their review. Because it just... Internet comments are forever. You can delete it all you want. Someone will screenshot it probably. And not only that, you're affecting the person who reads that comment, whether it's the person the comment was intended for or some other random person. Like, say I read that comment on someone's page. You're gonna affect that, and you'll come across looking like a goddamn dick you are. So you don't do that. You just don't. The last point I want to talk about is the fact that reviews are not for authors. They're for other readers. A good review tells whether or not you like a book. And yes, reviews help authors in that they grow the ranking. They boost the book. But the reviews are not meant for the author. They are meant for the readers. They are meant for people like me who are like, okay, this book sounds interesting. What do other people think? And again, a 3-star review is mostly what I look at when I go look at a book. If I'm kind of wishy-washy on the book, especially, and I'll have another video later talking about how I pick books and how I choose books and whether or not I look at reviews, because most oftentimes I don't. But when I do, I look at the 3-star reviews and lower, because I want to know what people didn't like about the book. And again, I'll have another video later about why I do that. So I won't go into detail about that factoid. But my point is that the reviews are not for the author. They're meant for the readers who, like me, who are trying to decide whether or not that book is worth their time. And again, this particular person, and I'll have links listed below, this particular person left a extremely detailed review talking about what they did and did not like about the book. And it bothers me that this kind of stuff happens. It bothers me that people feel so entitled, that they feel so safe behind a computer screen, that they can leave this kind of shithead, dicky comments and insults and threats. A few years ago, I read about an author that got so bad. In this particular case, in the case I'm talking about now with this particular booktuber, it was the author only made one comment, but it was the followers of the author who made the rest. But there was another incident I read a few years ago where it was not the commenters, it was the author themselves being a dickhead. And in that case, the author went so far as to stalk the reviewer and physically assault them. And in no world, behind a computer screen, out in the streets, in no place is that fucking allowed. That's not only just shitty, but it's assault. You go to jail for that shit, people. Come on. Use your goddamn brains. That's what they're doing your head for. And so it irritates me that this is not only happening, but it's increasing as the years go by. Because you hear, it's becoming, this isn't the first time I've heard about it. And it probably won't be the last. And that's the problem. It shouldn't be happening at all. Okay? You don't be a dick. You don't. Just because you can say it doesn't mean that there's really a reason you should say it. It's not cool. It's not nice. And you just come off as a fucking asshole. In the end, a review is about the opinions of the person making that review. It has nothing to do with you. It's not a personal vendetta against you. It's not. For the authors out there, it's not a personal vendetta against you. It's about your book and whether or not the reviewer liked it or not. And because it's their opinion, they're allowed to not like your book. They're allowed to hate your book. They're allowed to love your book. Not everyone is going to love your book. Not everyone's going to like your book. Not everyone's going to hate your book. And that's the whole point of reviews. The review is for the reviewer to tell other people how they felt about an author's book. And authors and followers of authors, you have no right to tell people what they can or cannot think about a book that they read, because in the end, it's their opinion. If I read a book and I don't like it, and then I post my review saying I don't like it and why I don't like it, you have no right to tell me I am wrong about my opinion. You can tell me why you liked it. You can tell me why you thought it was good. But don't come on there and threaten me because you don't agree with my opinion. Because guess what? It's my fucking opinion. And in this reviewer's case, it was her fucking opinion. Not the author's, not the author's followers. It was her review and her opinion. So get your heads out of your goddamn asses and get that through it. Because there was no reason for this shit to happen. That's all I have for you guys today. And I apologize for how angry I sound, because I'm angry. And I will see you guys in my next film. If you like this video, which, yeah, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you've seen this kind of behavior and how you feel about it, and whether or not you know any way to get this out, because honestly I don't, other than to tell people they're being shitheads and they need to quit being shitheads. And I will see you guys in my next film. Talk to you guys later. Bye.